Hi y'all, I'm Melody and welcome to my channel where I discuss fragrances. Today I'm going over some fragrance samples and seeing which ones are full bottle worthy. So if you're interested, please keep watching. You'll have to excuse me, my voice is pretty rough right now. I'm just getting over a cold and I'm trying to get as many videos done as I can before we go on our trip back to visit my family. So I'm trying to film several videos before we go in about a week. So I have a bit of a rush trying to get some videos done. We'll be back in Oregon for about a month for my grandfather's funeral and my birthday and Christmas. So anyhow, I have my large box of sample where I keep my samples. I buy samples whenever I purchase something on Fragrance X or Fragrance Net. I'll put in a few samples to try out in the cart. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 6 samples today to go over and give you my opinions. I've taken some notes. I've put them on my skin. But for today, I'm just going to put them on some test strips to remind myself. But I'll go over each of the fragrances and tell you how I feel about it and whether I think it's full bottle worthy or not. So I hope you enjoy this video. So first, I thought we'd start with Ajmal Shine. It comes in this little sleeve. I've tried each of these fragrances once or twice, sometimes 3. It depends on whether I knew right away or I wasn't sure or I tried to really like it. So Ajmal Shine, its main accords are fruity, woody, sweet, powdery, floral, fresh, and fresh spicy. The top notes are strawberry and pomegranate, middle notes are peony and lily of the valley, and base notes of powdery notes and woody notes. Right away I get something that's really synthetic and really screechy. It scratches like the back of my throat, even if I wasn't sick. It kind of comes off that way to me. So on my notes I wrote, it's a bright, juicy strawberry, and it quickly dries to a very generic smell. I said it's nice, but not a love. But right now, with the way it's opening and how it scratches my throat, this is definitely not a fragrance that I will be purchasing. It is very generic. It smells like so many other things. I don't have much to say about it. It is fruity. I noticed that there are a lot of fragrances that have that synthetic smell that do kind of choke me out a little bit. I mean, you saw I only sprayed one spray, but yeah, this one I do not care for. So this is not full bottle worthy to me. Next I have Lolita Limpica's Lolita Land. I think the little packaging is super cute. Even the bottle is adorable. It has like this little deer on it with wings. I think it's a very cute bottle. I've tried this one a number of times. I really want to love this one. So the main accords are fruity, vanilla, sweet, citrus, powdery, and soft spicy. There are a lot of notes for this one. So the top notes are Bellini, Italian mandarin, pepper, orange, grapefruit, lime, and lemon. Middle notes are white peach, plum, blackcurrant, jasmine sambac, jasmine, magnolia, and rose. The base notes are Madagascar, vanilla, licorice, benzoin, white musk, and sandalwood. So that was quite the list. Okay, so right away, I actually really love this smell. I like that Bellini. I think this is a unique scent. I haven't smelled fragrances like this. However, there's a pet store near us that burns this big candle. I think it's to mask any pet odors. And this smells exactly like it. It's a lovely candle. The pet store actually smells quite nice. But I don't like fragrances that smell exactly like one particular thing. I find that difficult to enjoy when my mind goes straight to one specific thing. Even if it's a nice thing. Now, if I made a memory with the scent, I think that would be better. However, this just reminds me of a pet store. And there are puppies there, and it often makes me sad. So while it's a nice scent, there's a lovely candle that smells like this. it is not something I will buy. I'm pretty sad about it. I have tried this a number of times. It's not like a scrubber or anything, but after about a half hour, I'm like done wearing it. I really want it off my skin because it's just, I don't want to smell like a pet store, because even the pet store is very clean. Everything is very nice there, but it reminds me of like kind of dirty little animals. So unfortunately it isn't for me, but I do know it is a very popular fragrance. Now this next one isn't actually a sample, but just like a mini size. It's Elizabeth and James Nirvana Bourbon. It is just a little dabber. It smells so good. However, this does not last long at all. It lasted on my skin maybe an hour. I really try not to judge a fragrance by how long it lasts, but it is a discontinued fragrance, and on online websites, the large bottle selling for like $90, which doesn't seem so bad, but when you're topping off every hour or so just to make this fragrance last, I don't think it's worth it. Especially if I like grew to love this fragrance and then it was like gone for good. I'd be really disappointed. So I'm kind of cherishing this, and I'm looking for a fragrance that's similar. Target's Mix Bar Vanilla Bourbon, I think is what it's called. It smells very similar to this one. That one also doesn't last too long, but it's really easily accessible at Target, and it's only about $20 or so for a 1.7 ounce. So that is a fragrance that I'm thinking of picking up in place of this, but I do have a decent amount in this little dabber. So I will go over the Manicords now. I skipped ahead. So this is woody, vanilla, powdery, and tuberose. The notes are just oak, bourbon, vanilla, and tuberose. So it's a very simple fragrance, but it is just so lovely. I actually do really enjoy tuberose. I know that's one of those notes that some people love and some people hate, but I really love it. I do love that woody kind of smokiness to this. There are a lot of fragrances that I find have a similar vibe to this one. Even Seven Virtues Vanilla Woods has that kind of woody vanilla smell. So there are a lot of other ones, and while I think if this was still being sold at like Sephora, I might pick it up. But because it's discontinued, I just don't have the heart to pick it up and then really fall in love with it and then it be gone or be too costly for a bottle. So I think it's a lovely fragrance, and if it works better on your skin, that's great. I just can't make this last at all. And it might be because it is a dabber and not a spray, but I'm happy with this. I think I'm gonna take this on my trip and use it up, and maybe make memories with it. But yeah, unfortunately for me, this is not full bottle worthy. I have Tous or Taos Oh the Origin. It's got a cute little pink bottle with a rose gold cap. So the main accords for this are musky, citrus, amber, rose, vanilla, powdery, sweet, fruity, iris, and soft spicy. The top notes are tangerine, pink pepper, lemon, and blackcurrant. Middle notes of rose and orris. Base notes of ambroxan, musk, tonka bean, and vanilla. So it opens very refreshing. You've got the citruses and the pink pepper. And it's like a non-offensive rose. It's a fresh, nice rose smell. It's interesting because it notes that one of the main accords, it said iris, I believe. There's no note of iris in the fragrance. However, I wrote down in my notes that this just gets way too soapy. I don't want to buy a fragrance and spend money on something that's just going to smell like soap. I don't understand that. The same with powdery fragrances. There are so many ways you could smell powdery without spending like $100 on a fragrance. Now I believe this fragrance isn't too expensive, and the bottle's cute, but I'd rather save my money for something I love and not something that's just kind of meh. It's not bad. It is light and refreshing and subtly sweet, but it is just a very soapy fragrance. Yeah, there's nothing, I don't have anything necessarily bad to say about it. It's just, I don't think I'll be purchasing it. I have two fragrances left. One is a love and the other one is an absolute hate. So let's go with the hate first so we can round this up with something that's really good. I I hate this. This is Mancera's Roses Vanille. I'm not even going to spray this. I can smell it from here. It is not my thing. It is a very synthetic smell. I have heard that both Mancera and Montal have a very synthetic scent to them. And this one has just that. It makes my throat so scratchy. This is just such an offensive smell to me. I know it's so well loved. I hear about it all the time. People absolutely love Roses Vanille and a lot of Montal and Mancera fragrances. I've just written off both of those brands. I can't do it. I don't like how they smell. I feel like I'm about to cough every time I try and wear this fragrance. I've tried it twice and I knew I really tried to give it the benefit of the doubt the second time, and it's just not for me. It reminds me of a few other fragrance houses that make dupes of stuff. I've tried them and they do that same thing. They have this like synthetic screechiness that really bothers me. I won't name names, but anyhow, I just find that there must be something in the base of these fragrances that do that. But I will list off the accords and the notes now. So it's vanilla, sweet, rose, powdery, musky, floral, and woody. The top notes are lemon and water notes. Middle notes of rose and sugar. Base notes of vanilla, sugar, white musk, and cedar. It's rosy. I noticed that there was a lot of rose. I didn't actually notice any sweetness. To be honest, I don't think I noticed much of anything in the top notes. There was no citrus or watery notes. It just came off, I wrote here, synthetic, chemically, it smells, it's scratched my throat and stung my nose. I wrote super big no. Like, there is no way I will be purchasing this. If I happen across another sample from either Mancera or Montal, I might try just to see if it's that synthetic chemically thing that they all have, if that's what's bothering me, or if it is a particular note. But I do suspect it is that synthetic thing. It's just so screechy to me. I can't get past that. On to fragrance I do love and I think is full bottle worthy is Zara Wanted Girl. So this fragrance comes in this cute little like grenade style bottle, which I think is kind of cute. The fragrance is sweet, lactonic, white floral, warm spicy, woody, vanilla, and caramel. The top notes are ginger flower, orange blossom, pomegranate, and pink pepper. Middle notes dulce de leche and datura. I believe that's a flower. It has a white flower. It says it's a fantasy note of very sweet narcotic scent. The flower and all parts of the plant are extremely poisonous. Interesting. So the base notes are tonka bean, patchouli, and Haitian vetiver. This fragrance has a little kick of ginger and pink pepper, but I think that pomegranate and orange blossom sweeten it up quite a bit. Yeah, it has a bit of that kind of generic orange blossom in every perfume smell. But that dulce de leche sweetens it up and makes it creamier. It is fresh and sweet. I don't often like fresh fragrances, but I think the ginger and playing with the orange blossom and stuff makes this fresh, but not like super citrusy. I think when I think of fresh fragrances, I often think of like very citrusy, like lemon fragrances or bergamot. And while they're okay, they often come off as like kind of like cleaning supplies to me. So I like this as a fresh scent. It does get a little creamy, which I like, and it makes it feel warm. It feels like almost a warm, fresh scent. I don't pick up too much of the patchouli, and it's there, but it's not like a really strong, dirty patchouli. I don't think I get any of the vetiver. I think I struggle with some fragrances that have vetiver in it. All around, I just really love this scent. It is pretty linear to my nose. I don't know that it's like a love. I really like it. I think this would be like a nice fragrance for just like everyday, like easy reach, walking out the door. I like how fresh it is, and I think because it's got kind of a light sillage and stuff, I don't think this would be that offensive at like maybe the gym or something. I think that like at the gym you want something that's closer to the skin and that's refreshing. And so while they say it's sweet, I get more of a freshness from this. I don't know. The ginger sticks around on my skin for a long time, so it keeps it really fresh. And so it is on my list. It's not at the top of my list, but it's definitely something that I am interested in getting. I went through 6 fragrances, and my favorite was Zara Wanted Girl. I definitely have that on my list to get and pick up soon. The rest of them, unfortunately, weren't for me. I did like the Nirvana Bourbon, but I just can't get myself to purchase that. So I got cut off there. I just wanted to say I'm really enjoying making these videos where I go over some samples and look at different notes and accords and kind of just figuring out what I like and what I don't like, and I enjoy sharing that with you. So if you're enjoying these videos, I'd love it if you would like and subscribe. If you have any suggestions on fragrances you think I might enjoy, I would also really love for you to leave those down in the comments. I hope you have a great holiday season, and I hope you have a blessed day. Bye.